Most people think fat burning and fat loss are the same thing. That single mistake is why so many smart people stay stuck. I'm Dennis, German engineer turned fitness coach. I teach the mechanics of fat loss, the physics of strength, and the human body designed behind it. And today I'll show you why you can burn fat all day and still not lose a single gram of body fat. Chapter 1. Fat burning is not fat loss. If fat burning worked the way people think, fasted cardio would have solved obesity years ago. Here's the core mistake. Fat oxidation is a moment. Fat loss is a result. Fat oxidation answers one question. What fuel am I using right now? Fat loss answers a different one. Did my stored body fat go down over time? Those are not the same system. Your body is not a live scoreboard, it's a ledger. Every day fat flows in and fat flows out. You can burn fat in the morning, then store fat again at night. Net result, zero change. That's why fat burning mode is such a trap. Because it focuses on the snapshot, not the balance. One clean principle to remember. Fat loss only happens when more fat leaves storage than goes back in. That's the mechanic. Everything else is noise. And this leads to the next misunderstanding. Chapter 2. Why fat burning mode misleads you. Ever notice how the best fat burning strategies feel logical but fail in real life? Let's talk about the 24-hour trap. When you train fasted, when carbs are low, your body releases more fat into the bloodstream. So yes, fat oxidation goes up. But here's what the body does next. It compensates. You get hungrier later. You move less without noticing. Need drops. Sleep gets worse. Cravings rise. Nothing is broken. This is regulation. Your body protects energy balance aggressively. So what looks like a fat burning win at 9 a.m. gets erased by 9 p.m. That's why studies repeatedly show this. If calories equal out, fat loss does not happen. No magic window, no special mode, just accounting. Actionable rule you can use immediately. Never judge a strategy by one workout. Judge it by 48 to 72 hours. Can you sustain the deficit without rebound eating? Without collapsing movement? If not, it's not a good fat loss strategy. Quick pause. If this already flipped how you think about fat loss, please give me a sub, because the next part is where most people finally get unstuck. Next, we separate fuel choice from actual progress. Chapter 3. Fuel choice versus fat loss. Burning more fat does not mean losing more fat. Think like an engineer for a second. Your body is a hybrid engine. It can run on carbs or fat, or both at the same time. Fat oxidation just tells you which fuel is used right now. Fuel choice? Fat loss tells you something else. Tank level. You can drive on electric all day and still refill the tank at night. No net change. That's exactly what happens with diets. Low carb, more fat burned. High carb, more carbs burned. But fat loss only depends on one thing. Does the tank go down? This is why people argue online forever. They're debating fuel mix, not outcomes. Here's the actionable rule. Never optimize for fuel preference. Optimize for sustainability. If a method lets you eat well, move enough, sleep properly, the tank goes down. That's fat loss. Chapter 4. What actually drives fat loss? If fat loss were about fat burning, everyone would already be lean. Fat loss is a system problem, not a trick, not a window, not a hack. Here's what actually works. A small, repeatable calorie deficit. Protein high enough to protect muscle. Strength training to signal retention. Daily movement that doesn't feel heroic. And sleep that keeps hunger sane. Notice what's missing. No fat burning zones. No metabolic tricks. Just leverage. Low stress, high adherence. This is why extreme plans fail. They spike fat oxidation, then crash consistency. Net result, no fat loss. The winning strategy feels boring. And boring works. Stop chasing burn. Fat oxidation is what fuel you're using right now. Fat loss is whether your body fat went down this month. Confuse those and you chase signals, separate them, and you control the system. That's the real upgrade. No more discipline, better mechanics. Stop asking, am I burning fat? Start asking, is my system sustainable? Because when the system works, fat loss becomes automatic. That's engineering. That's how you get actually lean. If you would like to know how to nail your health targets in 2026, please check this video out right here.